this is part 4 of our Earth Temple Let's Play. And I'll be honest with you, as much as we've been ripping on this dungeon, in this part, we actually do some stuff.
Yeah, which is nice, because we've been running around like doing nothing in a lot of these rooms, which happens with the Let's Play.
Of course.
Blind run.
But we actually...
and when 2 guys is playing.
yeah. But earlier we definitely hit on a few things that we mentioned that we did like about this dungeon, and we're going to be hitting a few of those in this part.
Nice, nice. I actually did like this mini-boss. She's a Stalfos, correct?
Yeah.
But man, I hate that club, because man, he got me a couple times.
Dude, he's got some range on that thing.
And I like this room because it's just something like, we don't have that bland, boring blue.
Yeah.
That's tough one. Don't know, I'm making it tough for myself.
It's a
like,
twister.
we got a little bit light, like, just a little bit different visually room. And I like that.
I like having the torches, all around the room. And even just something as simple as that sun icon up on the ceiling. I was
Which when you talk about, there's a lot of Spirit Temple stuff. I like that, just a little thing thrown in there, like, kind of like, it looks like it's something from Spirit Temple.
Yeah, it's just continuity.
Maybe this is a Spirit Temple from Ocarina of Time.
We are underground. Who knows?
Well, Spirit Temple wasn't underground, though, was it?
No, I guess you're right. It was above ground.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Thinking them all right.
No.
We've got plenty of them wrong.
Oh,
yeah, man, he just nails you with that club.
At least he doesn't do a lot. I mean, I know we don't have a ton of hearts, but at least he doesn't do a lot of damage.
Yeah, well, the whole game's like this, though. I mean, I think I only really died maybe 3 times in the whole game.
Yeah. I feel like this game did a really good job of giving you hearts when you needed them.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, because there's a lot of games, a lot of the handhelds. Oracle, I'm looking at you. Oracle games, I'm looking at you. You could never get hearts when you needed them.
Yeah. And I feel like this game was actually a little more...
That's a good play right there.
I love that. Bombs work so much better, yeah. I think this game was a little more like contextual. If you were low on magic, you were going to get magic.
Yeah.
If you were low on hearts, you're going to get hearts. I think the fact that the game looked at that and said, okay, we're going to give you what you need. Was
that also in the SD version, I guess, then too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I never did get the magic meter upgrade either.
I can't remember if I did.
That would have been nice. Every time I went past one of those enemies in the oceans, I was like, forget this guy.
Oh, yeah, the big Octos.
Because that's how you got it, I think.
Yeah. Man.
It was so random. Like, I don't think you got stuff in certain places.
You did.
I think it was it was random. Like, it just kind of went everywhere. So
yeah, you had to kill the big Octo, and sometimes that left a treasure chest underneath you. Sometimes it opened up a fairies island. It was weird. It was weird.
Now, I didn't look at that shield, but do we have, obviously there was some design. Okay, now I see it.
It's definitely got a Triforce and some other lines.
It kind of looks like the Hylian shield, maybe just with, it's all silver.
Maybe. I would like to see what kind of reflection it puts on the wall, but of course that's hard to do.
I couldn't see that if I wanted to.
Me neither. And especially
it's so small anyways.
Yeah. And this is pretty cool. Obviously, again, Spirit Temple, you had to shine on the sunshine to open gates. It's just nice to have those little throwbacks.
And also, I guess you kind of did do that in Stone Tower because you had to charge up those mirrors, and then you had to hit the sun on the block.
That's right.
So I just kind of look at the shield because ever since Majora's Mask and that awesome design they had on that mirror shield, I've always kind of been interested in what the designs are on the mirror shield.
Oh, that was a great design.
Yeah, it was
on that mirror shield. Well, even to an extent, the Ocarina of Time's mirror shield had a pretty good design.
Yeah,
it was just kind of like this half moon or whatever. And
yeah, sure.
I think.
I had no clue.
I could be way off on that.
I remember the Majora's Mask one is like a face, but yeah, I don't have a clue what that one was.
We have played Majora's Mask somewhat recently.
Yeah, somewhat recently,
At least you just flew over those stupid hands.
And hopefully we're going to play it more recently when it comes out on 3DS.
We're hoping. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. We will be excited for that.
Now, how these things... I don't even know how those things get on the ceiling.
Who knows? I mean, I guess they're kind of sticky on their bottoms, maybe. I don't know.
They probably are. It actually makes quite... But then they couldn't jump.
Good
how do they jump,
Good point.
I have them every once in a while.
Now, and eventually, we're going to come back to this room and use...
Man, they took her... Oh, no, I think I get it back. Yeah, I get it back right here.
I think...
So I figured out you could kill him.
Yeah, the only time in our actual video that made it online that she gets captured was that.
I like how you point out our only part of our video that made it quotation marks online.
You were the one that mentioned earlier that you had to backtrack through half the dungeon.
Yeah.
So you're hoping our viewers forgot that.
Yeah.
Or listeners.
They probably didn't forget,
No.
I think people are listening to this without the visual.
Yeah, good point.
It's already bad enough.
Actually,
maybe you don't want to watch the visuals. I don't know.
We have some rough visuals.
Yeah.
No, but I don't
you might think more highly of this. Oh my god! I'm so upset just watching it right now.
Once again, though, at least he doesn't throw you back too far.
Yeah.
I mean, it puts you in the same room.
Because we got caught in that room. If we got caught in another room,
good point.
Do we come back? I would assume that we come back right here.
I would think so. Because Medley always goes to her prison. I assume you always
I think you're right.
What I don't like is how these guys regenerate.
Yeah,
these guys respawn.
Yeah, a lot of enemies respawn in Zelda games, though.
I know, but it's just annoying. It's not like you... Usually when you go into a room, kill all the enemies, walk out, walk right back in, they don't respawn.
Yeah.
But I guess when you get captured...
I think it's actually random. I think sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. It's just completely random.
It's just kind of frustrating sometimes.
I think it just really depends on how hard the boss is. Like, those things, they're a pain, but they're pretty easy to kill. Like, usually harder bosses aren't, you can usually... those usually don't respawn.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's difficult. It's just annoying.
I'm just upset we've not played the song yet. I've been here. This is our 4th part already, and I've not heard the song yet.
We will be hearing it in this part, though.
Oh, do we?
So,
nice.
Yep.
Nice.
And it is one of the neater scenes in the dungeon.
I love when you beat the boss and you play it, and then there's also that isn't that thing that comes up when you beat the boss, like the little
the spirit.
That's a sage, isn't it?
That must be the sage.
I think it is.
What is Bedley then? Just the guardian, maybe, or something?
I think something like that. I think she's like a guardian or descendant of the sages or something like that.
Descendants of sages seem to be a common theme in Zelda.
And this is one thing that I hated right here is like, I mean, you had to almost get it perfectly in this sunlight to really, make it work.
And that's a tiny little beam of light.
Yes, exactly.
Now, it's one thing when you have like a whole huge circle of it. Yeah, that's just a
it is tiny
little ray.
I forgot what we get right here. Maybe a treasure chart, joy pendant. I'm going with one of those two. Yes, joy pendant. That's like our second or third one already in this dungeon.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I do believe there are 2 treasure charts we get in this dungeon, though.
There is. I do know that for a fact.
Is that every dungeon in this game has 2?
I don't know if they each have treasure charts, but I don't know if it's 2 that they each have.
That's a good question. Because it's like how Twilight Princess, there were 2 hearts in every 2 heart pieces in every one.
We'll just say there's 2 treasure chests in every single one.
Sounds good. There's nothing more annoying than going around for those treasure charts, though.
And here's me and Ray were talking about this. We really like this room right here, but what we're about to do with it, and like the cinematic that comes along with it, and then finally we'll get some brightness in the room, which just
it's a great image.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we haven't had as many jokes and it's fun in a commentary because this isn't a fun dungeon.
No, not at all. But this is a pretty cool
We're trying to make it better.
Yeah, and like I said, this part is a lot more fun. Like, we had the mini-boss, we got the treasure.
Yeah.
And I love when this thing lights up. I really do.
Yes, I do. I just, like I said, obviously this reminds you of the Spirit Temple, the statue. Yeah. And I think his hands kind of have maybe, I thought when I saw the design on his hand or the symbol on his hand, right here, I thought that I might saw something like that in the Spirit Temple somewhere.
I couldn't tell you.
I could be making that up too, but I don't know. I like the whole Spirit Temple feel.
Yep.
With this part right here.
It finally lights up.
Yeah, it lights up, and that blue goes away. Like I said, that dull blue is one of the main reasons I dislike this temple.
I agree, and I love that little cinematic where the stairs drop. I know we mentioned that in the previous part, I think, but it's still a great image where you're like, it's a new secret passage.
Well, later on in the mirror room, doors they'll each go a different way. Yeah, and they open, and that's probably the best one.
That really is cool.
Stair opening cinematics in this dungeon.
I agree. It is nice when we finally get to this point, though, because it feels like we're advancing to the next part of the dungeon.
Yeah, it really does. Because we've been in a lot of rooms, but it really doesn't feel like we made progress. I guess you'd say. It feels like we've just been more going out to the sides. Yeah, not been really going forward.
Now, of course, the downside is since we already have killed the mini boss and got the treasure, we have about 4 parts ahead where we don't do a whole lot.
But stick with us. Stick with us. Man, we really sell ourselves good.
I know.
Oh, we got 4 parts of nothing.
I know. I know you mentioned this before we
do we have the compass yet? Okay,
we do have the compass.
Okay.
We hate these dark bubbles. Or shadow bubbles.
Blue bows. I think they are called blue bows, which makes absolutely no sense. Oh yeah, I guess it is kind of blue.
But when they hit you, you can't use your sword. You can't use any of your weapons. It's just so annoying.
Yeah, it really is. But those curse things have been in a lot of Zelda games. They're in Skyward Sword.
They're definitely in Skyward Sword. Actually, because I don't think
we just came up with a great example right there. Where we go, there are a lot of Zelda games. Skyward Sword.
Honestly, I mean, this is all off the top of my head. Obviously, I think Skyward Sword might be the only other one.
I think there are more than that, but I just can't think of it right now.
While we're thinking about that,
I'm listening to the song now. I'm listening to the song now. So
this is pretty cool.
It's an absolutely beautiful song. I remember the first time I heard this, I was like, that might be right off the bat. I was like, that might be my favorite Zelda song ever.
Yep. Plus, I love hearing her play it on the harp.
Yes, I think that actually does add a lot to it. Maker. Now I'm calling him Maker. Bakar, Maker, whatever you want to say. I mean, the violin is kind of cool, but I think I like the harp better.
Me too. And I will say, for as much as we kind of give a hard time about Carrie and Medley around, some of the visuals with her, like when you throw her into the wall, things like that, are pretty entertaining. But this wraps up part 4 of our Let's Play.